Hello, Corpse of Kirby D-Frog here, and welcome to Wheels of Fury. Today, we are going to talk about NXT TAKEOVER WARGAMES. And watch this that I am going to do for you. Okay, here we go. This is going to be painful, I just know it. Okay, well, let me line up here. Yep, everything is going to be good, and I'm going to have a safe landing. And here... Oh, shit! Oh, boy. Oh. Well, this is painful. Good thing I'm high as fuck. Hey, me and Matt here, and this is Killer Kyle. Hey, me Matt here, and this is Wheels of Fury, and I'm here with Killer Kyle, and we're gonna talk about NXT WARGAMES. Last year was such a success, if you want to call it that, but...
Oh, it was a good show last year.
Yeah, you know, like I said, I didn't really know what to expect, but I really enjoyed it, obviously.
Yes.
This year, they kind of changed it up a little bit.
Well, it's last year with the War Games match. It was Undisputed Era, Roderick Strong and AOP, Insanity. And what they had was one member of each team in the War Games cage, if you will, and then the other two members of the teams in shark cages up on stage.
Yeah.
This year, what they've got is it's going to be Undisputed Era again, but it's going to be all four of them against Pete Dunne, Ricochet, and the War Raiders. Now, they possibly could have it like they did early on in War Games matches, where you have like one member from each team start the match and then have one member join the match at certain timed intervals and have like the rest of the teams on the outside around the ring, like they used to. It's just my theory.
Oh, well, I don't know. I hope that it's better, you know, like last year. And the thing is, too, I saw all the War Games on the DVD that I have, so I expected something to change. It was okay. I just don't know what to expect this year.
Right.
I'm sure it's still going to be fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, let's get to it. I start off with the NXT Women's Championship. We're going to start off with the Women's NXT Championship match, the third installment of Kylie Sane versus Shayna Baszler.
Oh, I believe this is more than just the third installment because
Yeah,
Kyrie won. Kyrie beat Shayna the inaugural Mae Young Classic,
yeah,
and then Shayna beat Kyrie on an NXT event, and then Shayna to take the women's title from her, and then at Evolution,
yeah.
Shayna got the title back. With she had a little help from her friends, and this is the next match, the rubber match, if you will.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens because, I mean, they're both great competitors, as we mentioned in the past. It's kind of like I'd like to see Kyrie take the belt again.
Yeah,
You know, I think Shayna's an awesome competitor. I think it's due now for her to go to the main roster. Maybe? I don't know. I think that she would be a great asset for. Let's see what happens, if she goes with Ronda.
right.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
With or against, who knows? But I'm gonna say Kyrie is gonna win the match.
One thing that should make mention of is this match between Kyrie and Shayna. This go around is going to be 2 out of 3 falls.
Okay, well then that changes a few things. So I forgot about that part, but
Yeah.
again, you know. Well, if this is the first match, then I would probably say Shayna, but who knows? Like, it's kind of. They're both awesome, but Shayna won the last bout. What's to say that Kyrie can't win this one?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's a hard call.
I mean, the thing with 2 out of 3 falls matches is generally you end up having one person win the first fall, then the other person wins the second fall, and then the last fall is the deciding fall. Very rarely do you ever have, in these kind of matches, somebody go 2 falls straight.
Sure. Yeah, that is true. It's kind of like, 2 out of 3 falls matches are just weird because it doesn't necessarily have to be for the title, except when they have the last match.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of hard to choose a winner at that point.
And it's also one of those things, too, where it's like, okay, you have Shayna retain the title tomorrow night. What rivalry could you put her in next for the championship? It's essentially the same with Kyrie saying, say she loses to Shayna tomorrow night. Where does she go from here? And switch the rules around and say Kyrie becomes champion again. Where do you go from there with her, and where do you go with Shayna afterwards?
I would easily see Shayna go after Dakota Kai if she wins the title. Or keeps the title, no less.
Potentially.
Now, in the case of Kyrie Sane, Lacey Evans. I know I joked about the Pearl Harbor street fight, but
Yeah.
it's true. Let's see these two have matches. It would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I think that I haven't seen enough of Lacey, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it would be an interesting match, but it's a hard call because 2 out of 3 falls, you don't know what the first fall's gonna be, or the second fall.
Yeah.
You're not-
And one thing that should be taken into consideration, not that it may have an adverse effect on the match, but it very well could have Jessamine Duke and Jessica Schaefer, I think.
Yeah.
More involved with things involving Shayna and NXT in the aftermath, so to speak, of what happened at Evolution.
Yeah.
So, I mean, now, whether or not the two of them have been working on their wrestling skills and training in wrestling, who knows?
When you look at MMA, it's basically wrestling. Not professional wrestling, obviously, but wrestling is a part of MMA.
Yes.
So, I mean, who knows? And that's another thing, too. What's going to happen when Shayna goes to the main roster?
Right.
You know, are they going to say, fuck the MMA, you're going to do wrestling? But in that case, why would they let Ronda Rousey do arm bars and stuff like that? You know?
Well, I think it's safe to say that Ronda is done with the MMA scene,
Oh, yeah.
so to speak, and it could be the same for Shayna.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Because, I mean, Shayna hasn't had an MMA fight in I don't know how long,
Yeah.
and she seemed to mainly put her focus into wrestling, whether it be independent wrestling promotion that she was in with, it was her and Mercedes Martinez and another girl as like a bad girl trio, if you
Right.
will, and then of course Shayna participating in the inaugural Young Classic, and as well as Mercedes, and then of course ending up on the NXT roster and just on a tear through the NXT women's roster, and then eventually ending up with the championship. And of course, now that she's taken the title from Kyrie, she's the first NXT women's competitor, so to speak, to be a two-time champion.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
So, then, I guess, I'm still gonna say Kyrie. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no denying that the matches the two of them have had against each other have been amazing.
Right.
And this 2 out of 3 falls match should be really good. No doubt about it. Whether or not Shayna can dominate the match and maybe go 2 straight falls is possible. Could Shayna and Kyrie go 1 fall apiece and then have a deciding fall? Be the 3rd fall being the deciding fall? Most likely. Could it be Kyrie so upset about the way she lost the title at Evolution and just be on a rampage and on a tear and maybe dominate the match? That's a possibility as well. It really all depends on, I think, what direction NXT management, if you want to go that way, wants these ladies to go. Now, there is a possibility, yet to be seen, you could potentially have Shayna beat Kyrie at TAKEOVer on tomorrow, and then maybe have Kyrie end up on the main roster.
Well,
Whether it be Raw or SmackDown, doesn't really matter, but
that's kind of what I thought.
the possibility is there.
Yeah.
Like, I know what you were talking about
Mhm.
with, like, Shayna.
Oh, Kyrie. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be interesting to see a match with her and Oscar. Should
Yeah.
that happen, you know?
But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, for sure. This'll be interesting. So, for weeks you had an attack on Aleister Black. You had suspects. You had Nikki Cross going, I know, and
I know who did it. I know.
we will talk about that in the next review. Probably piss my pants. But, you know, you have this match here, and it's. You don't know who attacked Aleister Black. Well, then it turned out to be Johnny Gargano himself.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird to me. Why they would turn Johnny now.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, you have DIY, and then they break up because of Tommaso Ciampa. So Tommaso Ciampa is the champion. That was a weird tongue twister. And now you have Johnny Gargano as a heel. So
Yeah.
it makes me wonder what'll happen in the future now. Well, you have a DIY reunion of some kind.
Maybe.
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Now, Aleister Black is still one of the best in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting to see what happens in this match.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a hard-hitting match. I know that one for sure.
Yeah. The interesting thing about it is, seems to be that they're portraying it like the reason why Johnny attacked Alistair was all over the NXT Championship.
Yes.
Because, like, you got Johnny Gargano costing Aleister Black the championship. Therefore, Tommaso ends up winning it. And then, just a week, 2 weeks later, there's this incident where Aleister gets attacked outside the building by somebody. And then for weeks, William Regal's questioning people, you know, what did you see? Who did it? You know, where were you on the night of the incident? Whatever. And then it finally ends up being that Johnny's the one that did it. And you look back at the video they had about it, and, you know, have like, oh, this person was here, this person was there, this person was doing this, these three people were sitting at a table, whatever. You see, as Regal is going out of one of the doors to exit the building to see what happened, the first person he comes across is Gargano.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like no indication whatsoever that Gargano did anything. It's just kind of one of those things where, like, Johnny's coming in, Regal's going out, they pass each other, there's probably an excuse me, you know, pardon me, whatever, and that's it. Now, the one thing that seemed to be a big red flag as to who possibly could have done it was the Undisputed Era in a convertible, seemingly in a big hurry to vacate the premises, so to speak.
Right.
And then a few weeks later, it's like, oh no, Undisputed Era had nothing to do with it, they're innocent, and all this other stuff. But when it was revealed that it was Johnny that did it, it's like, okay, but what's the reasoning for it? Why would he do that? And then, of course, he does the whole shoot thing where he's like, oh, yeah, you recognize this? This is where I attacked you.
Yeah.
You know, and going on a long spiel. And to basically say, like, I still wanted a shot at the NXT Championship. Yes, I cost you the NXT Championship, and I didn't want you to be first in line over me to face Tommaso for the championship again and get his rematch or whatever, so that's why I did it. And it's like, if you wanted to be NXT Championship so bad, you could have let Alistair have his rematch. Whether Alistair won or Tommaso retained, wouldn't have made 2 cents of a difference.
Well, I think that, I think,
And then go from there.
yeah, I thought about it this way, though, and it's, how many times are you going to get knocked down? And I think I said that before. How many times are you going to get knocked down before you're like, I can't take this no more, and something's going to change? And I figured something was going to snap in Johnny. Something was going to happen. I just wish that it wouldn't happen when DIY, they broke up because Tommaso Ciampa turned. Because so now, you can get that opportunity to say, hey, let's put these two as a heel take team. They were a face, let's put them as a heel take team. But see, WWE does that, and it's kind of fucking stupid if you ask me.
Yeah. And I mean, if there is a possibility that Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa are going to be a heel tag team, fine, whatever. Why the fuck would you have Johnny attack Alistair? It makes no sense.
I think that it makes no sense. It doesn't, it's not, it's just weird. I mean, so we'll find out what happens tomorrow, and it will be a good match, because I know Johnny puts on one hell of a good match, and so does Alistair.
Oh, yeah.
It's just kind of, well, what's gonna happen now? I mean, after this match, what's gonna happen now?
You could very well have it be like Alistair gets his revenge on Johnny for attacking him.
Yeah.
And then build into a rivalry between the two of them. And then it eventually climaxes at, like, next person that wins ends up with a NXT title shot or something.
I could also see a Candice LeRae heel turn. Because, I mean, think about it. It'll be kind of like a WrestleMania 20 thing, where you have Candice coming out, and, well, she'll be coming out in the match. She'll try to stop Johnny from doing what he's doing, turn around and slap Alistair or some shit. And then there's your heel. Who knows? That's a possibility.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing though, dude. When it first initially had it that Nikki Cross was saying, oh, I know a secret, I know who did it, and all this other stuff, you had Candice come out and confront Nikki, and she had, like, the dark lipstick and, like, the dark kind of eyeliner, eyeshadow, and all this other stuff. So, to me, that indicated that Candice is still on Johnny Gargano's side, and so they're, like, the heel couple of NXT, if you will.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, so we'll see what happens, I guess. So, yeah, I'm gonna say Johnny.
I'm gonna take Alistair, only because I think if you have Alistair beat Johnny, and let Alistair waited for weeks, and he's got his redemption against Johnny for attacking him, and then maybe build off of that, you can go somewhere with it.
No, that's true enough. So, we'll just see what happens.
Yes, sir.
So now we go on to the War Games. We have Ricochet, Pete Dunne, War Machine, Warrior Raiders
Yeah.
versus Undisputed Era.
Right.
So basically, Ring of Honor versus ICW and
Essentially,
New
yeah.
Japan.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool actually to see these guys coming into NXT and just taking over.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was just watching NXT UK, and before I had thought, I think that NXT UK, I don't know why they had to go and make another promotion in Europe. But holy shit, those matches are so fucking cool. Fucking, what was it? Pete Dunne versus, I couldn't be only working. That was somebody.
Danny Burch?
Danny Burch. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome. That's what North American wrestling is missing now. Well, some of it.
Yeah.
It's the hard-hitting, strong style, or, whatever you want to call it.
The European style.
The European, yeah. It's so hard-hitting, it's so brick shithouse. Then those guys really put on a show. I mean, you have Noam Dar being power bombed outside on the ramp. Holy shit.
Yeah. You've got, the Coffee Brothers and Wolfgang as,
Yeah.
a heel trio, if you will. And then you got, Bomber, Dave Master, running through people. And you got this new guy that they just recently brought in. Beat up a guy relatively quickly. And then he's like, is this the best competition that NXT UK has to offer? And then he's watching Dave Mastiff come to the ring and was like, okay, that could be an interesting match. Or even Trent Seven against Zach Gibson, and Gibson be lining himself with Drake, whatever that guy's name is. You got some really good stuff.
And you know what I'd like to see eventually, and it probably won't ever happen, because he's in Ring of Honor and New Japan. Fucking Marty Scurll.
Yeah.
You can see, I can fucking see it now. Pete Dunne and Marty Scurll in a finger snapping match. Fuck.
Who can break the most fingers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, you have these guys. You've got Red Dragon, Adam Cole, and Roderick Strong. And these guys definitely are one of the best heels in NXT. Probably the only heels, or only stable. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
In NXT.
Right now, yes.
Right now, and in Ricochet, definitely. Well, I mean, fuck, I saw him a while ago. In February, and he's a fucking awesome guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I'm very much looking forward to this match right here.
Yes.
You got the North American champion, you've got the tag team champions, you got the UK champion. That's gonna be an awesome match. And hopefully there'll be some bloodshed. Who knows? I mean, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm sure it's going to be a hell of a lot better than last year.
Well, I mean, you got Sanity coming in.
Well, even better than last year is what I meant.
Yeah.
But Sanity, yeah.
Coming in and friggin' just throwing as whatever they could find under the ring and just waylaying people, and yeah, that was good.
Oh, yeah. Authors of Pain. You know, it's awesome how these matches are coming in WWE that were in various different territories. And you praised William Regal, not Steven Regal, the guy who used to be in WCW, bringing a match like this. Like we said, it's not ballet, it's professional wrestling.
Right.
That's what the way wrestling is meant to be. So, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night.
Oh, absolutely.
So, who do you think should win?
With what happened just a couple days ago on NXT with the match Hanson against Kyle and the involvement of the other members of Undisputed Era, plus Pete Dunne, plus Ricochet, plus Ray Rowe, and the jump on Pete Dunne and his leg and his knee and leg, ankle, all this other stuff. And the advantage going to the Undisputed Era. I don't really think that's going to matter too much. I feel that Dunne, Ricochet, and the War Raiders are going to win this one. And then maybe have the War Raiders challenge again for the tag titles. And then have, like, Ricochet go off and maybe have a completely different rivalry on his own, or have him against maybe Adam Cole again, or whatever. And then of course you got Pete Dunne doing his thing with the NXT UK brand right now, so but that's my call.
Yeah. So, I don't know what to say, because they're both good teams.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna go with... Undisputed Era won last year.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with War Raiders and Pete and Ricochet. I'm not saying that the Undisputed Era can't pull it off.
Right.
But let's switch it up this year.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not seeing AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar again. So,
Yeah.
yeah, who knows?
Yep. It would be interesting to see Undisputed Era go 2 straight, but
Yeah. Well, it happened before. But who knows? So now going to this match, we've got the NXT Championship. We've got the Velveteen Dream versus Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT title.
yeah.
And whoever thought Tommaso Ciampa would become NXT champion?
I know, right?
That's pretty cool. I think that his character has gotten a lot better in NXT.
Yes.
It was, for a while, you had him much like the person he was when he was in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
However, this is pretty cool, So, I don't know, because they're both very good wrestlers. I think the Velveteen Dream has been very over with the fans now.
Yes.
He's definitely proved it.
Oh, yeah.
So, it'll be interesting. I unfortunately don't see Velveteen Dream go over, but that's just me. And my politics that WWE have. Although NXT's different, so who knows. I'm gonna say Tommaso Ciampa, but I would love to be wrong.
As good as Tommaso Ciampa has been as champion, and as over as a heel, you could say, as Ciampa is right now, he's hardly defended the title. since having it.
That is true.
And so, I mean...
Well, I mean, there's the matches with Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
But...
yeah, okay.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Aside from that,
Yeah,
not much.
true.
So,
Yeah, that's
I mean...
unfortunate.
Yeah. If Tommaso goes over on Dream, are they shaping Tommaso Ciampa up to be maybe the longest running NXT champion? I don't know. But I honestly feel that the run that Dream has been on, as over as he is with the fans, and as amazing of a performer he is, and all the matches he's had, should it not be due time for Dream to get a title of some kind?
Yes. The guy is over. The guy is fucking over. And he needs a title. It doesn't matter which one. So give the man give him a title. Well, it's like I've said with WWE in the past. What do you have to lose?
Yeah.
You know, change it up a bit. There's no reason why you can't have a black guy as your main champion.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think I'm gonna change my mind. I would love to see what happens if Velveteen wins.
Yeah. Now, I mean, if they decided to go this way, it could have Ciampa retain the title and then continue a rivalry with Ciampa and Dream. But either way, I think it'd work.
No, I definitely agree with that. 'Cause, yeah, that's definitely NXT WARGAMES in a nutshell, I think. It's gonna be an awesome show. I can't wait to see it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, can't wait to see the two-sided ring. I mean, it's gonna be different because it'll be two teams instead of three. Or,
2 teams of 4 instead of 3 teams of 3.
yeah, so I can't wait. I know you can't wait. So.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, this is NXT TakeOver. War Games. I mean, Matt. This is Killer Kyle. And we'll be back with Survivor soon.